بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. So sorry for being late. We had unbelievable traffic. So I left hours before. I should have gotten here early, but alhamdulillah. Brothers and sisters, I'm very thankful to Allah to be here to talk to you for a few moments, and obviously I have to give you an abridged talk since I missed a lot of my time. I want to begin first asking you, have you ever heard of the word, it's in the dictionary, called doubting Thomas? If you've heard that phrase, raise your hand. Doubting Thomas. What is a doubting Thomas?
What I've heard, I think it's someone that tends to doubt everything all the time.
Yeah, it's a skeptic. It's a person that doubts. But the interesting thing is the origin of the word doubting Thomas. The origin is biblical. According to what they say, Thomas was one of the disciples of Jesus, Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, and he doubted something about Jesus. So ever since then, they use the term doubting Thomas to refer to someone who's a skeptic and someone who doubts. Now, what I want to do is show you sometimes it's actually good to doubt. It's praiseworthy. Then sometimes it's blameworthy. And let us try to understand it. How many of you think that there is an effort in this country to disparage Muslims, to make Muslims look like there's something other than negative? Raise your hand if you think that. Most of us do, but I've come to the conclusion, brothers and sisters, that the attacks that you see against Islam is not really against Islam. It's against religion. And the Muslims represent, in my opinion, that last frontier. And I'm going to show you what I mean. Allah mentions in the Quran, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. This is the book, the Quran, there's no doubt in it. And what's happening among religious people is that people are leaving their faith. And this is why the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, said, No, he said, verily, your deeds shall be judged by your last deeds. Bil khawatim. Inna a'malikum bil khawatim. Your deeds shall be judged by your last deeds. And this is why Allah says in the Quran, La tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. How many of you know people who used to be Muslim, used to practice, and they stopped practicing? Raise your hand. Look around. I want you to look around. My hand is up also. And the question is, why? Why do people lose faith? A lot of it have to do with doubts. I'll give you an example. As a Muslim, we believe in all of the prophets. You have to help me. Sometimes the prophet's name, and since the Quran is in Arabic, then the name of the prophet is in Arabic. So I'm going to say the name in Arabic, you give me the English translation. For instance, Isa. Jesus. How many of you believe in Jesus? How many of you know Muslims who have the name Isa? That's everybody. Good. Musa. Moses. You know Moses? Do you know Muslims with the name Moses? Musa. Okay. Okay. Harun. Aaron. No Muslims with the name Harun? Good. Yusuf. Joseph. Very good. Dawood. Suleiman. Ayub. Who said Jacob? Who said Jacob? Ayub? Job. Okay. Now the interesting thing is that, and I can make Zechariah. Zechariah, good. You notice anything about these prophets that I mentioned? That you say you love? You say you believe in? Notice anything about all the prophets that I mentioned? Tell me something that they have in common. Yes. Yes.
They're also prophets in Judaism.
Again?
They're prophets in Judaism and Christianity.
Prophets that?
They're mentioned in the Bible and the Torah.
Not only that, every prophet, what you going to say?
Yeah, all prophets of Allah.
Prophets of?
Allah.
Yes. Every one of them, Beni Israel. Every prophet that I mentioned are from the children of Israel. Every one of them. Check it out. There's been more prophets from Beni Israel than anyone else. It is a very unbelievable family. Now, how many of you believe in the miracles of Jesus? Raise your hand and give me a miracle of Jesus. Just raise your hand and give me a miracle. Yes. He healed those with leprosy. Good. Yes. Raise the dead. Bi'idhnillah. By the permission of Allah. Good.
He spoke when he was a baby.
Spoke from the cradle as a baby. Yes. Yes. The ma'idah, the food. Yes.
The blind.
Cure those born blind. Did any one of you see those miracles? Did any of you witness those miracles? Of course not. But why do you believe? Why do you believe? It's in the Quran. It's in the scripture. It is critical for people to believe in the book. How many people witnessed Jesus doing all those miracles? I would argue not many. We don't know how many, but I would argue, by the way, you see this cameraman here? I'm giving them fits. I'm known to give camera. I know you're having a difficulty, right?
No, that's fine.
I never stand. I always move around.
It's my job to follow you. It's all right.
It's your job to follow me. You got it. You see, brothers and sisters, fundamentally, we believe in the book, and we believe on all the prophets. What about the Torah? The Injil? وَأَنزَلَ التَّوْرَاةَ وَالْإِنْجِيلَ, and Allah revealed the Torah and the Gospel. So not only do we believe in all the prophets, every one of them, but we believe in the Torah. Allah revealed the Torah, and Allah revealed the Gospel to Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. And fundamentally, in our faith, we must believe in Allah and all of the prophets and all the books that they brought. Allah mentioned in the Quran about the Torah, فِيهَا هُدًى وَنُورٌ. In it is guidance and light. Allah mentioned the same thing about the gospel of Jesus. فِيهِ هُدًى وَنُورٌ. In it is guidance and light. So we as Muslims, we are people of faith. Now let me tell you some things. I don't know if you've been looking at the trend around the world. I just came back from Norway, actually last year. For the first time in the history of Norway, there are more atheists than Christians. 39% of the population of Norway, atheists. Now, brothers and sisters, you as people of faith must ask yourself the question, how can I keep my faith? Because according to the prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, there's going to come a time when a man will wake up in the morning believing, and by the end of the night disbelieve. يُصْبِحُ رَجُلٌ مُؤْمِنًا وَيُمْسِي كَافِرًا. They begin the day believing and the end of the day disbelieving. Switzerland, right now, 4,515,000,000 atheists. That's 46% of the population. Switzerland, atheists. Netherlands, 6,769,000 atheists. United Kingdom, 25,920,000 atheists. France, 27,505 atheists. Germany, 30,855 atheists. Japan, over 58 million atheists. China. Why are you laughing? 1,025,000,000 atheists in China. You see what's happening? About 2 billion Christians on this earth. 1,800,000,000 Muslims. About 1 billion Hindu. 500 million Buddhists. How many Jews? Take a guess. How many?
Not many.
Not many. Give me a number. 15 million. 15 million Jews. Allah gives the people who came before us with scripture, He gives them a special name in Quran called Ahlul Kitab. They're the people of the book. What makes them special is they have a book of Revelation. The Jews, the Christians, and the Muslims all agree with the identity of the first human being. What's his name? Adam. You read it in the Torah, you read it in the Gospel, you read it in the Quran. The first man that God, the first person that God created is Adam. But the problem is, you go to school and people, professors and teachers try to get you to think that we are descendants of animals and monkeys. So you have to make a decision, because in that school education may be a doubt. Somebody once said that the most important knowledge that you can have is the knowledge of yourself. I do believe that the knowledge of self is important, it's critical. But the most important knowledge you can ever have is the knowledge of Allah, the knowledge of God, and then the knowledge of yourself. I give you an example about ourselves. And I'm trying to rush because I'm trying to finish by Maghrib. And I have no idea what time it is. That's the time there? The time is correct? Okay. Listen to what Allah says. Listen to what Allah says about human beings. لَقَدْ كَرَمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ, and we have honored the children of Adam. How we honored? There are about 7 billion people on this planet. Agree? Do you know that every human being has a unique fingerprint? True? Good. I met an imam in Medina. He has a unique talent. He can impersonate 100 of the greatest reciters of the Quran. When you listen to him, if he recite your imam that you love, you couldn't tell the difference. You close your eyes, he said, that's Hudayz, Allah Akbar. This is Mushawir, Allah Akbar. And even though he can imitate, I'm going to tell you something maybe you didn't know. Every human being has a unique voice. It's different. Number 3, do you know that our handwriting is different? It's unique. Scholars and professionals, they can tell by your handwriting. And the last one, you may not believe, you may want to challenge me. By the way, you can challenge anything I say. The last one, you may not believe it. Every human being, 7 billion human beings, each one of them have a unique smell. See, you're laughing. If you don't believe me, go to Surah to Yusuf. When Yaqub say, I smell the scent of Yusuf. Why do you think when criminals break out of prison, they take some of the clothing and put it to a dog? Because some dogs have a sense more sensitive than human beings, over 100 million times more sensitive. Listen to what Allah says in the Quran. أَلَمْ تَرَوْا أَنَّ اللَّهَ سَخَّرَ لَكُم مَّا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Don't you see? Allah has subjected for you, human beings, everything on the heavens and earth. Took my wife to Australia. Beautiful country, by the way. Anybody been to Australia? How you like it? You love it, right? You know, they have a sign when you land in Sydney, Australia, in the airport. There's a sign that says, "Morning, you may not want to go back home." Is that beautiful? So me and my wife, we get off the plane, we go to the baggage claim. And we notice that there's a security man with a dog, and the dog is smelling my wife's luggage. Now I know that the security is looking for one of three things. Either they're looking for drugs, so I started looking at my wife. Or they're looking for explosives, I started walking away from my wife. Or they're looking for food, because they don't allow you to bring food into the country. And sure enough, in my wife's luggage was food. Those animals Allah created for us. The whole universe Allah created for us because we are special. So Allah says, He put it this way. And one of the things I like to do is study, comparative study between Islam and Christianity and Judaism. You'll be shocked to see the difference, the similarities. There's some differences, but the similarities. Look at this. Listen to what the Prophet said. Allah created Adam in His own image. That's in the Bible. In Genesis, God created man in His image after His own likeness. So, but laysa kamithlihi shay, there's nothing like Him. So we're human beings, we can see, we can't see like Allah. The Prophet said, "Man lam yarham la yurham." Whoever doesn't show mercy shall not receive mercy. Allah is Ar-Rahim. So when you look at the attributes of Allah, that who Asma'ul Husna, He has the most beautiful names, you see that we have some of those things, but this small comparison. What am I saying? Brothers and sisters, one of the most eloquent things that the Prophet said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Innama ana bashar." I'm only human. Which means that, you know, I noticed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 of you are using your this thing here. Unless you're doing it to take notes. You're doing it to take notes. That's what you're doing? Yes? Okay. Then I forgive you. Those that are using it for notes, man, don't check out the baseball scores, the basketball scores. You're gonna soon enough you'll be able to check that out, right? But just give this old guy just a couple more minutes, okay? And what I'm trying to say, brothers and sisters, is that because we are human beings, we're not angels. When the Prophet said, "Innama ana bashar," I'm only human, he's saying I'm not an angel. And who was it? Madison? What was the name of the president? Madison? James Madison, right? James Madison? You know what he said? He says, if men were angels, then we have no need for government. But we're not angels. And you know the context in which the Prophet said that, peace and blessing be upon him? He said, 2 people come to me arguing, and one sounds more eloquent than the other, and I may give the judgment to the one who sounds more eloquent. Innama ana bashar, among the human beings. If that's the messenger of Allah, what about us? The Prophet said that Jesus said, he saw a man stealing, and Jesus said, "Did you steal?" And the man said, "No, I swear by God, I didn't steal." And Jesus, peace and blessing be upon him, said, "Amantu billah wa kadhabtu ayniha." I believe in Allah and I deny my own eyes. You know why? We're human beings. So sometimes when a prophet of God comes, people don't automatically believe. They have to see something. And then once they see something and they become convinced and they become followers. Are there false prophets?
Yes.
Of course they are. Even during the time of the prophet, peace and blessing be upon him. My point here, you have a right to question. You have a right to question any imam, any rabbi, any minister, you have a right to question, to understand, to see if in fact you believe. So brothers and sisters, my message for you this evening is that as a Muslim, you want to increase your faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember this, having freedom of religion isn't a right given by man, that's a God-given right. And I respect anyone and their right to believe or disbelieve. That's in the Quran. If Allah had wanted, everybody on earth would have believed. Would you then compel mankind against their will? No. You have to allow people to believe or disbelieve. There's a rabbi, I never say his name publicly, but we have a close relationship. He used to come visit me in my masjid, and we hung out together, we spoke together, we had frank discussions with one another. And one day I asked him, I said, Rabbi, and we don't, try to convert one another. He don't try to convert me, I don't try to convert him, but we talk. We talk from the Quran, we talk from the Torah. I said, Rabbi, first of all, I said, Rabbi, I tell my Muslim friends about you. He said, Imam Saraj, I tell my Jewish friends about you. So honestly, we have this, I wish you could be a fly on the wall and watch us interact. I said, Rabbi, make me understand from Scripture why the Jews took over Palestine. I'm open. He said, Imam Saraj, it was wrong. He said, but what do you want me to do about it now? The point is that we have to be people of faith to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you know that this brother here, Imam Saraj, was the first Muslim to give a lecture at St. John's University? First Muslim president of the university came, the faculty came, and we were eating dinner, and I was eating with the head of the Department of Mathematics, happens to be Jewish. And he was looking around at the Muslim sisters with the hijab. He was fascinated by it. He said, Imam, they look so beautiful. That's unbelievable. He said, believe it or not, Jewish women used to dress exactly like that. The same exact way. And then he said to me, he smiled at me, he said, if you ask me publicly, I'm going to deny it. And then he said, you know the way the Muslims greet each other? I said, yeah. He said, we used to greet just like that. The same exact way. We are closer than you can even imagine. I want to leave you with a quote, and it's going to shock you. I have 7 minutes? No way. And you're not going to guess who said it. Some of you are going to try to read the bottom of it to see who said it. Listen to this. Added to this internal confidence was the fact that Muslims enjoyed outstanding success during their first 6 or so centuries. To be a Muslim meant to belong to a winning civilization. This pattern of success started right at the beginning. In AD 622, Muhammad fled Mecca as a refugee, then returned there in 630 as its ruler. By the year 715, Muslim conquerors had assembled an empire that reached Spain in the west and India in the east. Muslims boasted of some of the most powerful armies, the highest standards of living, the best health, the most impressive rates of literacy, and the most impressive scientific and technical advances. In the words of Martin Kramer, an historian, he said, had there been Nobel Prizes in 1,000, they would have gone almost exclusively to the Muslims. Who do you think said that? I'd be shocked if you get it. If you get it right, I give you a prize.
An atheist?
Huh?
An atheist?
An atheist? No. But I want you to be more specific. I want a name.
No, I don't have a name. I was going to say Christian.
A Christian, good. You're right. So you get half of the credit. Yes. The Pope? No. It's a good guess.
A scientist?
Yes. Who? Who she said?
James Madison.
No.
Gary Wills?
No. Yes. Huh? Very good. Very good. But wrong. One more. No. Yes. Einstein.
Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton. All right. Listen, you're not going to get it. Yes. Yes. Oh? John Kennedy. Very, very, very good. Let me tell you who said it. I'll see if you know his name. Have you ever heard of Daniel Pipes? Daniel Pipes is one of the biggest critics of Islam. Daniel Pipes said that. Now, brothers and sisters, I'm just saying, this is an abridged part of what I wanted to say to you today. But I'd say this to you as I conclude. Hold on to your faith. It's something that you can't buy, can't inherit from your parents. You got to get it for yourselves. Consider this. Even the constant dripping of water on a stone will drill a hole in the stone. Not a hurricane, not a tornado, a drip. Remember the experiment of the frog in hot water. Scientists took a big bowl of hot water, boiling hot water, and took a frog and put the frog in the hot water. And as soon as the frog felt the heat, it jumped out of this hot water. Because animals by nature, they go away from pain. Then the scientists took another big bowl of cool water, cool water. And the frog was chilling. He laid back. He was doing good. And the scientists put a very, very, very low flame. And the water began to heat ever so slowly. And that frog stayed in that pot until it died. You know why? The change was so subtle. It couldn't distinguish at all. It stayed slowly and slowly. Things happen in this society that have an effect, a cumulative effect on you. Now, listen, I love art. But remember, artists, whether there's poetry, a book, a movie, a song, oftentimes the artists embed their philosophy in their work. And you may not know it. And you may even sing the song over and over again. And you don't realize, and the beat, and the beat, and the beat, and the beat. I'll give you one example. You don't think I know Shakespeare, do you? I'm sorry, you don't know no Shakespeare. You African American. Talking about Shakespeare. You're supposed to know Jay-Z. Well, let me tell you some Shakespeare, right? Macbeth. Macbeth's wife just died. So he says, life's but a walking shadow, a poor play that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and is heard no more. It's a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. That's deep. His philosophy, life is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury signifying nothing. How bleak that is. But you know what? If you, as a believer, I'm talking about Christian, Jew, Muslim, you have to have no doubt about the life to come. 2008, state legislature in Omaha, Nebraska, sued God in the court of law, seeking a permanent injunction against God's harmful acts. Think about it. For the record, the judge threw it out. Let me tell you why. He said, we can find no known address for God. You see, this is the issue of human beings. This is why Allah said, وَلَا يُسْأَلُوا أَمَّا يَفْعَلُوا وَهُمْ يُسْأَلُونَ. He will not be questioned about what he does, but we will be questioned. So brothers and sisters, that's just the short of it. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you to hold on to your faith. And not only hold on to it, grow. He mentioned that I accepted Islam in 1969. I want to be honest with you. In 1969, I was in the Nation of Islam. And as much good as they did for black people, but it wasn't Islam proper. One of the things that made it not Islam, and this is what Malcolm found out, Muhammad Ali found out, I found out, that is, there's no prophet after Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him. This is fundamental. And so if someone comes claiming to be a prophet as a Muslim, we're not even going to entertain that. وَلَكِنْ لَا نَبِيَّ بَعْدِي. He said, there's no prophet after me. Prophet Muhammad is the only prophet who said that. All the other prophets predicted there's a prophet coming after them. Musa, alayhi salatu wasalam, according to their teaching, said there will be a prophet like me. And there's no other prophet mentioned more in the Quran than Musa, Moses. And if you study the life of Musa, Moses, and Muhammad, you find a lot of similarities. So you got to have faith. Me, Malcolm was in the Nation of Islam 12 years. I was in the Nation of Islam 6 years. 1975, for the first time, I understood Islam. All my 6 years in the Nation of Islam, never made salat. When I say salat, I mean salat. The Prophet says, Sallu kama ra'aytumuni, pray as you see me pray. So in the Nation of Islam, we face the east and we stood up like that. No ruku, no sajda, no bowing, none of that. So we had to have doubt in that to come to true Islam. Sometimes doubt is good. It's wonderful. So may Allah bless you all to make a distinction and continue to grow. I am now infinitely more knowledgeable about Islam than I've ever been before. Since 1978, when I started making salat, I made over 78,000 prayers. Because now I know what it is. Don't be a Muslim and don't make prayer. In France, and say this last point, I'm finished, I promise you this last point. In France, 64% of the people identify as Roman Catholic. What percentage? 64. That's an impressive number. But only 4.5% of the population actually practice the faith. Don't be like that. We got Ramadan coming around the corner. Fast in Ramadan. Don't let people ask you, are you Muslim? You say yes, but do you make prayer? You say no. 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 You want to be a Muslim? See, you can't say, I don't make prayer, but I believe. You can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. I'm telling you. It's impossible to believe and not make prayer. You can make prayer and still not believe. If you don't believe it, go to Surah Al-Hujurat. قالت الأعراب آمنا قل لم تؤمنوا ولكن قولوا أسلمنا ولما يدخل الإيمان في قلوبكم. And the desert Arabs say we believe. And say you don't believe. Rather you have accepted, meaning you make salah, you give zakat, you fast on Ramadan. But faith is not yet entered your heart. That's a different thing altogether, brothers and sisters. You're talking about Iman, that's a different thing altogether. And this is why the Prophet said, Al-mu'minu qawiyyu khayrun wa habbu ila Allah min al-mu'min al-da'if wa fi kulli khayr. A strong believer is better and more loved by Allah than a weak believer, though it is good in all of them. Keep your faith and help your neighbors. Thank you, may Allah bless you.